The people of the Episcopal Diocese of Kansas have been exploring how to restore their sacred roots to creation through the restoration of prairies and woodlands. As the land of Kansas was settled, important habitats were lost, native grasses were eliminated, and were replaced with monoculture crops, decreasing biodiversity, carbon sequestration, soil health, and clean water. We wondered how to reconnect with our deep roots to the land and how caring for creation intersects with our spiritual lives. We decided to create or enhance 2 green spaces in each of the 4 convocations to reconnect our roots of both faith and creation. Let's take a look. In the Northeast Convocation, we have 2 sites. St. Francis of Assisi in Overland Park holds 22 acres of ground, including native woodlands and grasses, outdoor gathering areas, playground and fire pit, and a meditation garden with water for bees. A prayer walk wanders through the woods, allowing visitors many opportunities to sit and enjoy the goodness of creation. At St. Martin's in the Field in Edwardsville, natural woods and grasslands provide outdoor worship and gathering areas, as well as green space for neighbors to visit. In the Southeast Convocation, we are still discovering what assets are available in the communities. Church of the Epiphany in Independence is considering how to honor creation in the 5 acres owned by the church. Additionally, a privately held property, Red Buffalo Ranch in Sedan, provides 8,000 acres of native prairie and has partnered with the local church for outdoor services on the property. The Southwest Convocation has 2 sites. The first, St. Andrew's Episcopal Church, has 5 acres dedicated to a woodland prayer walk and additional property for an outdoor worship space. The walk itself is getting a facelift with the removal of invasive non-natives. Then Restoring Roots Backyard Prairie and Sculptures Garden is in El Dorado and is owned by 2 Episcopalians. What started out as their own backyard prairie has grown into surrounding property. Open to the public, the grounds offer a space for meditation surrounded by native grasses and sculpture. Finally, the Northwest Convocation has 4 different sites. The glebe at Wakefield for many years was the only active glebe west of the Mississippi. The glebe supports the cemetery on the property, the Wakefield Museum of History, and maintenance of 2 historic Episcopal churches. Prairie Wood at Manhattan is made up of 500 acres held by an Episcopalian family. Prairie Wood offers retreat and meeting space surrounded by restored prairie. This site provides the opportunity to learn about water management and carbon sequestration with prairie grasses. Sheriff Woods in Topeka is a newly identified site which is being left to the diocese as a legacy gift. Tucked within a suburban subdivision, the owner of the property has preserved the woodlands. Finally, Bethany House and Garden in Topeka is located at the Diocesan Center and is in development to provide demonstration gardens, food gardens, and meditative space for the surrounding community. It will serve as a resource center to the diocese for water management, carbon sequestration, and use of native grasses on church lands.
Our tour starts on the east side of the property, where there will be a portal for pedestrian traffic from Polk Street. As we enter, you'll see Topeka High on the left and Grace Cathedral on the right. The first area will be a prairie garden with native prairie grasses and flowers that will provide a space for pollinators to thrive. There will also be a central area with seating. Crossing the existing driveway, we enter the proposed Culinary Garden area, which will have grade level and raised beds designed to provide produce directly to our neighbors, as well as to the Westside Baptist Church's food and vegetable pantry. Adjacent to the Culinary Garden will be an outdoor classroom with benches. We now pass by Upton Hall Conference Center on the right and are walking towards Bethany House. To the north of Bethany House, there will be a meditation garden, which will include a rain garden and deep-rooted plants to capture stormwater and reduce water pollution. We hope to include a small water feature, accessible paths, and provide a facelift for the existing garden beds that have been so lovingly cared for by Episcopalians throughout the years. On the south side of Bethany House, an existing raised terrace area will be transformed into an outdoor chapel where a variety of groups can worship. The outdoor chapel will be dedicated to St. Simon's, a Black congregation that was located nearby until it was closed in 1964.
And we continue to plan, visioning for a new future, a future where native grasses and woodlands restore biodiversity, aid in natural water management, and increase carbon sequestration, creating spaces where we can connect with the holy.